You could look at it this way, this way, and that way, as we know. So let me see where I'm at. I started it. It should go like this. There we go. Let's see what happens. I got I have to get an earpiece for my phone then, if some kind of a microphone for it, if we're having trouble with this. So he says, Seder, this is page Tov Lamed Hey, Siman Aleph. Seder atikuna mena'ase bezon me'ez atzilusem ad zivug. So beer Seder hamshachas amochen beklalos. So let's talk about it. So he has other ways of looking at things. So we don't have to go fast. We could just try to get a general idea what's going. He says, amochen dama uben animshachim ba'ava be'ima. So this is right away a machlokes in something that I saw previously. If you remember that we had the ma de ma and the ma de ben, like that, and then we had the ben de ma and the ma de and the ben de ben, and we went through something in the Rishash where he actually, the way that I understand it, is that everything ended up with the ma or a ben. So you had the ben de ma and the ma de ma, and you had the ma de ben and the ben de ben, like that. Everything was in other words, the main switch was in the last letter. Well, over here he's going to tell you the switch is in the first letter. So that right away is a little bit off for me. So he wants to talk about this. Which is a little bit like we were talking about previously in the Sefer Tzniota. Azai Abba Bezriya Arba Mochim Choch Babina Chasadim Geburt Das. The shame ma, umucha chochma ma de ma. So let's talk about the mucha chochma. He says mucha chochma is ma de ma, mucha bina is the ben de ma. Okay, that's what starts mamshach. So he said mucha chod de das ma de ma, mucha gavuras de das is the ben de ma. Okay, so ma apparently has to do with the middle line also. Mucha chochma de abba mislavish beklicha netzach de abba. So he says the muach of Chochma is going to be on the right side of Abba. And muach abina mislavik b'kli hachod. It's going to be on the left side. So this we can understand that. A muach adas hakolu mechasadim gevurz mislavish b'kli yisod. So that's the nai of Ima or Abba, whichever way you're looking at it, and that's them. The Ima mizraz arvach of b'mochin d'shem ben. So her thing, the thing with Ima, is she's a ben. So it is that Chochma would be the Ma de Ben, and the Bina would be the Ben de Ben. Now Chasad de Das is the Ma de Ma. So let's just see how I understand this, because I really need to re-look at it again, and my mind is a little bit jet lagged. Read again. He said, Ve'ima mizraz arba mochim d'shem Ben. So you get the Chochma of Ima would be the Ma de Ben, and the bina part would be the ben de ben, so it would be double female. Now the chasad de das would be, once again, would be the ma de ben, the gevur de das would be the ben de ben. The mochim mislav, so these mochim are not mislavish benai de ima, al derek and nizkir ba'abba, the same way we say in Abba. So if we talk about Abba, we talk about Ima, but it's really the same pattern. Now he wants to talk about the chiluf, which is a very hard idea. And like I said before, the way that I understood the chiluf was that everything, like the ma side, everything can end with ma, and in the other side, in the bina side, is everything going to end with ben. Now he's not going to say that. So chiluf hamochim, kodem sheniknasim hamochim lezon naasa chiluf. A chiluf takes place. The nechlefach of the moach da bina. What happens is to switch the moach bina or moach gevurat the das the abba. So again, we're talking about abba. So he said, let's go over it again. He says you're going to have a switch in the muach of bina or muach hageburas the das the abba. So we're talking about the ben the ma, hanimsaim toch hachod, which is on the left side. So again, he starts about the ben is the first part. Hachod v'chetze hasmola the yisod the abba, and the left side of the yisod of abba. In muach hachachma, together with the muach hachachma, but muach hachazanda the das the ima, ma the ben. So he says it's ma the ben. That could be the ma the ben. Shebenetzach v'chetzi yomim, the yisod, the ima, nimsa shala'achra achila, but comes out after the chiluf, it's going to be this. Benai the abba meluva. I'm going to read this again. Meluvashin ke'es amochin dema dema umama deben. Because I'm losing the train, and I have to come back to it. V'hem nikroim ma'ata mocha de abba. They're called now the mochin de abba. Ubenai the ima meluvashin ke'es the mochin deben the ben uben dema. Both are two different parts of ben, and we'll do it again. And they're called now the mochin de'ima. Let's read this again. So he says that before they come in, and na'asa chiluf, a switch takes place. The nechlofim morcha bina, umorcha gevurs the das the abba, so they switch. The muach, which is the bina, and the muach gedavurus, which is the left side of Abba, which is, he says that this is the ben de ma. Okay, we talk about Abba is ma. And nimsoim tocha hod, they're found now in the hod, because you talk about the left side. Bechet says smaller the yisod the Abba. So we're talking about the left line and the left side of the middle line. In Muach HaChochma, there's a switch here that takes place. It switches in the Muach HaChochma, Muach HaSad the Das, which are the right line, and the right side of the middle line, the Ima. So it's the same thing, the Ima, which would be the Ma de Ben. All this Ma side, and it has to do with Ima. She's a Ben, and so therefore we're talking about the right side, which would be the Ma de Ben. So this, where do you find it? The right side is Shebenetzach v'chetzi yomini, the yisod, the ima. They're found in the netzach, and half of the right side of the yisod of ima. Nimsa shala'achar achicha, that's the way they are. So after a chiluf, benai the abba meluvashim ke'es hamochin dema, and the chiluf takes place. And what happens in abba is that meluvashim ke'es, the mochim, which are the ma de ma and the ma de ben, and they're called the mochin de abba. Again, let's read again. He says, benai de abba, meluvashim ke'es, hamochin de ma. He's going to have the ma de ma and the ma de ben. Now, notice what I said before is I think that the way I learned it previously was you had the ma de ma and you had the ben de ma. But here he's saying not. After the chiluf, it's going to be like this. The mochin de ma or the ma de ben. It's going to be start with the first letter. Behema nekroi ma'ata mochin de abba. Those are the mochin de abba. But menayin de ima. Let's look at the ma'nai de ima. Muluvashin ke'es the mochin de ben. You're going to see the ben de ben or the ben de ma. So the first letter is going to be the base part. So he says it's going to be the ben de ben, which is ima, which is the left side of ima, and the ben de ma is now going to be the left side of the middle line of ima. And they're called now the mocha de ima. Now I'm going to stop here because I need to review this before we do it the next time, so I can do a little bit better. Okay, so thanks for coming back. I'll try to find a microphone and see if I can work it out. All the best. Bye-bye.